A burst of summer heat to impact much of southern and southeastern Australia with elevated fire dangers and near record March temperatures. Now, looking at what's driving that, a good way to understand that heat is looking at the 850 hectopascal temperatures. It gives us a good idea of exactly where the heat is in the continent, and roughly we can add around 15 degrees to these numbers. So today we can see the focus around WA and central parts of the country. And then as we move into Saturday afternoon, we'll note that heat is now coming down ahead of that cold front through parts of eastern South Australia, New South Wales and parts of Victoria. We're likely to see the hottest day there. Then on Sunday, that heat will move further eastwards through eastern parts of New South Wales, impacting the Central Coast, Sydney areas and much of inland New South Wales, with, as you can see here, the heat extending all the way back to the Pilbara, where the heat will continue for multiple days. Now, with all this heat, you can imagine, and gusty winds, we're likely to see elevated fire dangers through large parts of this country. So we're expecting high fire dangers today through WA, South Australia and New South Wales. And then our focus and concern shifts towards South Australia and Victoria tomorrow, where we're likely to see extreme fire dangers through parts of eastern South Australia and western and central Victoria. Now, that does include the Melbourne area and the surrounding suburbs. Then on Sunday, the focus of these high fire dangers will shift up towards New South Wales, and depending on exactly how strong those winds are, we could see some of these areas move into extreme fire dangers on Sunday. Now, that's a concern with the already many fires ongoing through these areas. Now, looking at these temperatures in more detail, you can see today we've got the focus of the heat really across our central and western parts of the country, with temperatures getting up to around 45 degrees. Tomorrow, that focus shifts into Victoria, western New South Wales and eastern South Australia, with a large area expecting temperatures in excess of 40 degrees, with Melbourne getting down up to 37 degrees. But the cool change already moved through Adelaide, and you can already see the area of 40 degrees expected across the country. It is quite large on Saturday, and that'll continue on Sunday as well, as we see the focus of the heat moves into New South Wales, with near 40 degree temperatures getting as close to western parts of Sydney, but also coastal areas warming up as well. Now, finally, looking at this in a little bit more detail, hour by hour, we can see the cool change moving in through the border areas of South Australia and WA this evening, and then moving through the Adelaide area in the early morning hours on Saturday. And then by Saturday afternoon, you can see all this heat being drawn down through parts of western New South Wales and also much of Victoria. We're likely to see 40s along the Murray and high 30s in the south with those extreme fire dangers. Then as we move through on Sunday, we're likely to see the heat really peak through much of New South Wales, with much of the state expecting temperatures in the high 30s to low 40s, and they'll extend through to coastal areas as well. So with all this heat and ongoing fires, particularly through New South Wales and Victoria, it's important that you stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings via our website, app and social media, and always listen to all advice from emergency services.